There are 6 key words and phrases that kill female attraction, and this is all down to female psychology. Let me tell you the 6, why they kill attraction, and what you can do instead so you don't get baited into saying any of these things. Number 1, whatever you want. This is a very passive way of subconsciously putting the ball in their court. Now, this happens mainly after you've been dating a girl for a couple of weeks, you get into a routine, you get comfortable with her, you lower your leading masculine guard, and she asks you something, you just go whatever you want. This is a trap a lot of men fall into. And a lot of men can't retain women over time because they lose frame over time. And they don't know why. Because they get comfortable and they do these things subconsciously. So what happens is you start off leading, you start off masculine. And then over time, you lose your guard. Whatever you want, you put the decisions and balls in her court, pause, and she now has the frame. She slowly but surely gets the power because now she makes the decisions and she looks at you differently. You cannot put women in a position of power to make decisions. I don't care if it's about a sandwich place or where you're going to eat. When you say whatever you want, that means I don't want to make a decision. I'm no longer masculine. You have the power. She doesn't like that. Number 2, any reference of your ex, very repulsive. And so there's different ways that we can structure how to compare women to other women to induce a good behavior. And I talk about that in other videos. But when you're saying, oh, my ex did this or my ex would have done that, it's very repulsive to anybody, but especially a woman. Because when you trigger that, that means it's not gonna last. Do you understand? Whenever you bring up an ex, good or bad, that triggers in their mind a failed relationship on your end. Why would they want to reference you failing a relationship, whether it was your fault or not, that you know, whatever happened to your relationship? It puts a negative light on you. It does not make you look good. It makes you look bad. Never mention, my ex did this, my ex would have done that. Oh yeah, my ex did this. It's repulsive behavior. Never bring up a past relationship. It only triggers negative emotions in her mind towards you. I don't care if you were the perfect boyfriend to your ex. It does not matter. Number 3, any apology or any sorry. Now, I don't care if this is big or small. Apologizing and saying sorry to women kills attraction. Now, why does it kill attraction on a female psychological level? It kills attraction because the masculine imperative is leading and dominance. Feeling a negative, sorry emotion is the epitome of being emotional and feminine. Even if you did something wrong, you have to understand something about women. They're not masters at reading between the lines. They're not masters as seeing through the emotion. They see them as just big, gigantic emotions. They can't really see through the lines. When you apologize, when you say sorry, you're conceding power to her. Women are not built for, they're natural born followers, bro. You have to understand this. And when you concede and apologize, you give them the keys to the kingdom. You give them the power. Nothing will happen then. But eventually, over time, it chips at her attraction, how she perceives you as the masculine guy she's enamored with and that she respects. Number 4, please. Now, this one's not very good, okay? You should never be saying pleased to a woman. That is the visual representation of you on your hands and knees trying to get something from her. If you have to say please, you have no power. Think about it. Dating is a game of leverage, through and through. Whether you haven't met her yet, or whether you've been with her for a year. It's a game of power, it's a game of leverage. Always has been, always will be. The man has to be in charge, the woman's trying to be in charge, and it's this dynamic. It's a hierarchy. When a man who's supposed to be in charge up here says please, that insinuates she has the power. Why would you have to say please if you're in charge? Think about that. It shifts on a subconscious level the entire dynamic between you and her. She may think you're in charge. You ask for something or say please or something. She no longer thinks you're in charge. Now in her mind, she's thinking, he's not in charge. Wait, what? I thought he was in charge. Why is he saying please to me? You don't think they pick up on these things. They do. They have spidey senses for subconscious psychological cues. Please drops you in the hierarchy, gives her the leverage, kills attraction. When this happens, attraction's killed. When this is maintained, when frame is maintained, attraction is maintained. They go hand in hand. When you don't have the power, women lose attraction. Very simple. Number 5, fine when you're not fine. So saying the word fine to end an argument, to concede, to have her stop crying, to give in to her, whiny nature, this kills attraction because you're letting her win. You're letting her have the power. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're having a discussion about something she wants to do. Let's say she's testing your frame and she wants to go have a girls' night out. She's testing your frame. The fact that she even wants to do this is already a massive red flag, but let's just go with it. And you finally give in, and you say fine, and you let her win so you don't have to maintain an argument. You know what? If I just say fine, it'll keep the peace, whatever. That's what you think in your mind. But when you say fine, you lose all frame and leverage. You literally just concede it. You let her win. Do you not understand? Dating is a game and it's a battle. It's always a power struggle. Someone always has the power, someone always has less power. There's an A side and a B side. The only dynamic that works in the long term and keeps her loyal and respectful to you is this. This is you. When you say fine, and she knows you're not fine, and she knows you're conceding, and you know you're not fine, and you're conceding, it shifts. She won. She won. You have to understand something. You either go out guns blazing, putting your foot down, or you don't. You might lose her anyways. Very possible. Not everyone's going to be in your life forever. But if you are willing to lose her, sticking to your guns, then at least you leave with your respect. And men concede thinking it solves the problem, it worsens the problem. Men avoid confrontation to make their girl happy, to keep their relationship because they're scared about dating and they're scared about replacing her. It's all a fear response. And so you concede and you say fine. But this chips away at the attraction because this shifts the power dynamic. And on a biological level, women can't help it. When you put women in charge of the relationship, they don't have attraction. They don't have attraction. And this chips away at it. So don't be afraid of confrontation. Do not be afraid if you're not happy with it. If she's misbehaving, there needs to be repercussions. If you concede, you're guaranteed to lose her. If you stick to your guns and give repercussions, you have a chance. And that's all you can ask for. Because you can't guarantee someone's behavior. You can't guarantee anybody stays with you. Nor should you ever try to guarantee that. But you have the best chance sticking to your guns. And I talk a lot about this in the guide below. If you want to check it out in the link in the description. Number 6 is anything around needing. I need to see you. I need this. Boom! Everything I'm telling you that kills attraction boils down to the psychology of the power dynamic. That is the foundation of how women think, behave, and are drawn to you with their emotions. When you say, I need to see you, I need this, I can't live without you, anything implying to women that they are the sole purpose in your life and you need them, repulsion. They should be a bonus to your life. Women don't want to be the number one thing. They may say that, but they don't. As soon as you pedalize women as the number one thing, they lose all attraction. Any form of need, any form of I absolutely have to have you, any of this nature, I don't care if you're trying to win her back because you cheated or whatever. You never start from this frame because that puts you here and her here, and you know exactly what happens when you pedestalize women. And if you want to learn the full system and work with me one-on-one, check out the link below. Thanks for watching the video.